What's up, everybody? Today we're in beautiful Sedona, Arizona, riding the world famous Highline Trail on the Radical all-mountain Chilli Dog. This is a Radical bike with Radical geometry, and I thought it only fitting to take it on a double black diamond. Let's go hit the trail to see what this bike's all about. I've been waiting for the trails to dry out to be able to review this. Thanks for your patience. We've been getting a lot of snow in Sedona. Still pretty wet on this trail. Might have to turn around. I really like the riding position. Nice steep seat angle, long reach, slack head angle. Very stable on techie climbs. So if you haven't seen the first look video of this yet, go watch that where I go over geo and features. And one cool aspect about Radical All Mountain is that they're small batch and they're able to make quick changes on the fly. And I'm reviewing the Chilli Dog Mark II. And since I've had this bike, they've made some tweaks and changes. They've got some really cool features in the newest model, which is even a little bit newer than this. And that just shows that they're able to work fast and keep ahead of the industry. This spot's tricky. Really technical. There are no there's no easy lines around this. And you wouldn't think a big enduro hardtail would clean all this well, but man, it does. Oh. Just max heart rate the whole time. Yeah. Oh, dang it. Oh well. Can't get them all the time, always. The wheelbase is a little bit longer, but it's no problem. You get used to it. Oh, what a bike. Yeah. It's definitely a modern bike, and I love it. I'm used to modern bikes. Let's ride it home on this trail. This bike is real intuitive for me. I like the short stays, the long reach, the slack head angle, the tall stack. Ride it home on this trail. Oh, hello, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Have a great day. All right, let's see how it does on the Highline switchbacks. Not bad, had to muscle it a little. Busy day on the trail. Front end is long, but it gives it that stability. Thanks a lot. We got the switchbacks in semi-slippery conditions, not bad. Man, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Good geometry and a compliant frame. Man, game changer on a hardtail. This geometry is great. Like, I'm a little stretched out because it's an enduro bike and that's how I like my enduro bikes. So if I was bike packing or pedaling for hours at a time, I'd want to size down. But that's not what this bike's meant for. But I could pedal this all day. Nice steep seat angle. Doesn't feel like a chopper to me. I'm used to pretty slack bikes. I'm glad it's not any slacker. I think they did a real nice job on the geo of this. Man, no matter how you slice it, mountain bikes are so much fun. I love the combination of nature and the scenery and just unplugging and forgetting about your troubles. What a special day on a special bike. This thing is so stable. I can't wait to go downhill on it. Oh man, it stands and sprints well. What a bike. All right, let's have some fun on the Chilli Dog. Ooh, this trail's still drying out. I'm gonna take it a little easy in the wet spots. bike corners really well. Oh, this thing's playful. This bike is really fun. It's still a hardtail. You're not going to mistake it for a full suspension. But it's not a stiff hardtail. I like it. Likes to jump and play. Super planted. Yeah. It's definitely a smasher and a bruiser. You can totally plow on this thing. But it's still got a peppy, fun side to it that wants to dance and play around. It's been a while since I've been on a plow bike where you can just let off, not pick a line, and let the bike do its work. But man, what a joy with the ability to still play. Like, most plow bikes are not fun at slow speeds or goofing around or anything like that. Super stable down the steeps. Oh, this is a great bike that leans on the shreddy side. Love this bike. It's not as soft as these softest bikes, but it's not a stiff bike. Love the short rear end of this bike. Fun bike. Love the tall stack. This is pretty much my ideal geo for an enduro race bike. These Spinergy wheels feel awesome. I've had them on a handful of other rides too. I got a discount code for these in my description if you're in the market for some nice soft carbon wheels. Definitely get the driver upgrade for better engagement. Oh, what a joy to ride. It amazes me how well this bike just climbs and rides as a regular trail bike. So many big enduro bikes would be pretty awful on green and blue trails. There are other bikes I'd rather have on green trails, but this will do fine, just fine. Here we go down the chute. I'm a little bit worried. This still gets the heart pumping every time. Oh yeah, we're good. Beautiful. What a composed bike. Oh, this bike's awesome. Here we go. Oh, this move still scares me. Oh yeah, that was smooth on this bike. What a bike! Yeah, baby. It's been a little while since I've ridden all of Highline and just linked it all together. Cleaning the whole trail on this thing today. What a solid bike. Ooh, that looks wet. Yeah, baby. What a trail. What a bike. Holy cow, this thing's so good on this. Sorry, I'm paying attention and not able to review this bike very well because I'm focusing on the trail so much. This thing is wonderful. I wouldn't change a single thing on the geometry. What a bike. Riding with my buddy Grayson. He's hitting all the bonus lines. He's a shredder. He's on my high school cross-country team and he's a good friend. He's already better than me. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, this bike, zero complaints. It's so good. Bottom bracket's nice and planted, nice and low. Corners really well. The rear end's short, but not crazy short. Everything I'd want in an enduro hardtail. If you're super tall, or you want stability over kind of playfulness on the rear end, you'd probably prefer something with a longer chainstay. And this low BB makes it a little bit harder to pop into manuals. But man, it just suits this bike really well for its intended use. I know a lot of you guys were worried I was going to be pedal striking everywhere. I'm not. Had one or two, but the stability on the downhills is so worth it. It's like the hardtail version of my Stumpy Evo. Now this trail's a little more typical. Highline's pretty unique. It's a lot steeper than it looks. A lot of fall line. But this is more like what we're used to seeing SoCal, Colorado, just higher speed, open stuff. Oh, this bike is so at home on this. Yeah, man, this thing's composed. Love it. Hello. Whenever's convenient, it doesn't need to be here. Oh, thanks so much. Have a great day. Yeah, this BB's a little bit lower. I'm getting a few pedal strikes, but it's not annoying to me. This bike is meant for going downhill fast and in control. And the lower bottom bracket does that. Howdy. Thanks a lot. Yeah, the guys at Radical All Mountain designed a heck of a bike. Thrilled to be riding this today. Oh yeah, what a bike. Wheelies really well too. Hang on. Yeah, baby! That was so ugly. That was so scrappy. That was one of the ugliest climbs I've ever done. But that was attempt number one. I've never cleaned that on attempt number one, and I'm gonna count it. What an awesome little bike. All right, let's do another one take. I like that way of getting up stuff. I'm way less tired. Dang. Can I back up at all?
A little bit.
Okay. This is where I got stuck last time. I can't get up and over that, and I start falling right. It's not to be today, but I gave it a good effort. Even at slower speeds like this, it's really fun and composed. Some big bikes, you really have to be going over 15 miles an hour to wake them up. This This thing's happy going fast, but it's also happy not going fast, which I love. Oh, corners so well. I love this bike. I've had a blast riding it today. Radical Owl Mountain came out swinging. New company, killer bike. If I was riding Highline every single day, this would be the bike that I would choose. It just feels really good. It's not like uber supple like some of those really nice trail bikes like the New House, but it's not stiff by any means. So it does have a nice steel ride. Reminds me a bit of the Banshee Paradox taken a degree or two crazier. But what's cool is it wasn't so crazy feeling that it was unwieldy on flat or pedally sections or climbs. It did surprisingly well everywhere. Make no doubt about it, this thing is meant for black diamonds and double black diamonds. I like that they kept the rear end short. That kept it able to like manual off of ledges at slow speeds and kind of change directions really well. It cornered phenomenally. I love the low bottom bracket. I had a few pedal strikes. A little bit more than when I'm on my Maniac. It's got a little lower bottom bracket than my Maniac. But I think it's a trade-off that's worth it for what this bike is meant for. Super planted, super solid in the corners. Stack felt nice and tall. I felt really good diving down into holes. The front end didn't, the stack's tall, so when you dive in a hole, it doesn't feel like you're about to go over the bars. The front end stays high. It's got a very steep seat tube, which I love. If you're not used to modern geometry and you hop on this, that's the first thing you'll notice is just how steep that seat tube is. The cable routing is beautiful. The welds are beautiful. Build quality is absolutely fantastic. Usually when I hop on a bike, I can pick apart 2 or 3 things that I would change and they kind of stand out as detracting from the ride. Nothing stood out as detracting on this bike. It rode exactly how I hoped it would. So bravo, Radical Owl Mountain. This Chilli Dog 290 is awesome. And like I said, they've got an even newer generation now and more sizing, and they let you pick and customize your geometry a little bit. They're always innovating. I love featuring smaller companies and people that are trying to get their company going because I know exactly what it's like to be a small business and trying to, perfect your craft and get your name out there. I've ridden more hardtails than anyone on the planet. And if you're interested in picking my brain when you're picking your next hardtail, or even if you want help picking a full suspension, become a patron today. I have a bike consultation service over there. That's how I pay the grocery bill for my family. I'd love to help you over there, and I'd love to help you pick the perfect bike for your riding style and your budget. Thanks for partying with me today. There's a party in the mountains, and you're invited.